Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Day Trader. How are you all? Oh, what a day, running around doing all sorts. Wonderful to have you all here. Thank you very much indeed, and welcome. Nice to see we've already got people here. We've got Bill in the chat, and we've got Joshua in the chat. Lovely stuff. Let me just bring up a bit more light. Little bit, there we go. Just a tad, great stuff. All right, if it's your very first time here on the Day Trader, subscribe and ring the bell if you're watching it on the replay. Some people do. That's where a lot of our subscribers come from. Subscribe and ring the bell. That way you'll be notified when we go live. You will never miss anything. Very, very important, that is. And give us a thumbs up. We're a brand new channel. We'll be 6 weeks old on Friday. So give us a thumbs up, and once we get over 20 people watching, YouTube start to suggest the video out to people. So give it a thumbs up. My friends watching over there on TikTok, welcome. Tap the screen as fast as you can, and that will bring you to the top, and I can see who you are. I can see we have Annie. I think it is Annie over there on TikTok. Thank you ever so much indeed. We've got Joshua Fife and Bill. Welcome to the chat. Good stuff. Thank you very much. Right. Here's my portfolio. What's been going on today? Well, obviously the big story everyone's talking about is Bitcoin at the minute. Bitcoin is driving my portfolio in quite a volatile way, of course. So it is what it is. Leah, hi, good afternoon. Thank you very much indeed. Give us a thumbs up. There we go, live in the chat. Thank you very much. All right. So we've got some news to cover today. We've got a general look at the portfolio. We've got some new stocks we're looking at. You asked for that on the show, so I've done that for you. Got some new things to look at. And so let's go through the portfolio right now. So as we can see, I'm down 0.11 today. A bit of a down day, not a lot going on. Overall, though, it's still comfortable. I'm up 9.8%, so we're still okay. Not a problem at all. Okay, so that's fine. But on the day, I am down just slightly. Amazon is having a slightly up day today, 0.43. Johnson & Johnson down today slightly, 0.15. Tesla has just dropped a little bit, 0.08 today. But I'm still up 9.5% on that investment, so I'm okay with that. Facebook is down 1.3 today. Coca-Cola is up 1.29 today. Remember, this is all about the dividends for Coke. Pays good dividends, so there you go. Bitcoin, this is the story we're talking about. We reached 51. In fact, I think we reached 52, if I'm not correct. Yeah, we did, nearly 53. And then we dropped back big time. We dropped back nearly 8,000. All sorts of stuff going on there, but a lot of it's to do with the fact that Coinbase is being sued. That's what someone suggested this morning on the breakfast show, on the opening bell show, but I don't think it's that at all. I think it's the fact that El Salvador has had huge sell-offs, and the whales are manipulating it as well. That's what I think is going on right now. But this is a time just to sort of consolidate, let it sit there, not a problem. If I really felt uncomfortable with it, I could sell out now. I'm up 37% and make $2.5 grand, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait for it to rise back up to the 50s again, and that's fine. Select quote. We looked at a new stocks this morning. These are things that have had big inside tradings done in the last few days. Jay Freds, hello Jay Freds over there on TikTok. How are you? Tap the screen as fast as you can. Let me know you're with me. And if you'd like to be part of my team here and see my trading screens and what we've actually got on the screen, then that's on YouTube. Click the profile right here. Click the icon. See the Instagram icon and join us here on YouTube. There we go. Great. All right. This was another one as well. Inside trading. 20% up this year. Last few days you can see. Oh, we've dropped back today. We've dropped back. We had a big pump yesterday. And people were telling me that there's a huge amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? Inside trading going on with this. So it would indicate they know something. So you can see we had a big rise yesterday here, but a couple of days ago, but it's dropped back again now, so I don't know, maybe it's not the right time still. Let's have a look. Let's close that one down. We've got that open twice. McDonald's up 1% today. I'm looking to get back into getting some more shares of McDonald's. Just a little bit of a rise there today. SPCE, I managed to sell those 30 shares and make myself $20, but I managed to get a bit of money out of it. What do you look at when you invest, Martin? Right, well, lots of things. When I set up my portfolio, when I put this portfolio, and let's just break it down for a minute. Let me start again here. This portfolio has grown from 5,000 to, it was 52, dropped back to 49.8 now, nearly 50. I put this portfolio together on the basis of what I want to achieve. I want to achieve long-term growth. I want to achieve basically a pension. I'm trying to get to $200,000 in 2 years' time, and I believe I'm going to do that. And what I want to do is move then into dividend stocks, earn myself $1,000 a month from dividends, which then could keep me as an old man. I have no mortgage, I have no car loan, so that's doable. And then sell everything off when I get to about 80. So I put this portfolio together on that basis. I know exactly what I want. Kenneth is here. Sorry, guys, life has been rough for me the last few days, but I'm here now. What's been going on, Kenneth? We're your team, we're your family. Share it all with us. Hello, all. Martin Redding is here. Let's post. We've got everyone's. Everyone gives a thumbs up. We're only on 8 likes right now. Give us a thumbs up. We got Martin, we got Joshua, and we got Kenneth. Kenneth, if it's perfectly all right. I left you a voicemail, actually, and a text, I think. I didn't get a reply from you. I guessed you were busy. I wanted to talk to you about doing a video check and see if we could do a little practice of what we might do with you coming into the live show. But I don't know if you got that. Life's been busy for you, but that's okay. Let me know what's been going on, mate. Anyway, welcome back. So then I decided that I wanted a very diverse portfolio, but not to the point of crazy diverse. Because if you're going to go crazy diverse, you might as well simply just buy the S&P 500 and do nothing. If you're going to buy every stock, you might as well just buy an ETF for everything and just sit back and do nothing. Well, I want to be active in it, but at the end of the day, I want to be secure. I don't want to be fearful. I don't want to be worried about stocks and shares. So I put together the stocks that everybody should have. So I researched stocks, I researched companies, found out who the biggest players are, who's been around the longest, who pays dividends forever, who you really ultimately believe in. Who do you believe in? Amazon. Do I believe Amazon is going to be around forever? Yeah. Do I believe Johnson & Johnson, Facebook, Apple, Coke, all these things? That's how I started. So I started putting together these stocks, and these are what I have here. And then these are stocks I can sort of invest in and forget. I catch a dip, invest in those. And then I'm always listening to you guys. I'm listening to Kenneth. I'm listening to Martin. I'm listening to Dras. I mean, Dras came on and mentioned NRXP. Always listening. I heard about Bitcoin. I studied it. Don't believe in all the other meme coins because they make no sense, all right? But Bitcoin seems to make sense. Anthony Mao, how are you over there on TikTok? Welcome. One of these days you're going to come and join me on YouTube where you'll see everything. I'd love you to be here and meet the family. We got a great team here. Lovely to support you. We get people now from all over the world. So click the profile, click the icon, find the Instagram icon, and then just go onto YouTube. And most of it is feel. If it's something new, like we did some NRXP, we did some Ocugen, we did a few other little things as well. Lucid Group was new. I learned about that. Then I'll start off by just having a little play with it. Just buy a few dollars worth of it and see how it goes. Start to get a feel for the chart. Very simple charts. As you know, Kenneth does the really in-depth charts on Webull. I like to just feel it out where it's going. Read the news, look on YouTube, what's going on. I see the world changing. I see solar. I see wind taking over. I see gas coming to an end. I see electric cars taking over, space exploration, because this is the way I see the world going. So anything to do with those things, I'm investing in. An even spread. I hope that answers your question a little bit. Today, Alicia, hello. I still have to set up my end, but I'm still desiring to do that. Okay, great. Whenever you're ready, Kenneth, I just wanted to test a little test with you, whether we use Zoom or the app here itself, Ecamm Live, which I'm using right now, just to see how it would come in. All you need to really do is we'll have a link up and share your screen. You don't actually have to be on the camera if you don't want to. You could just talk, so your voice with a microphone, or you could be chatting in the live chat and just I'll share the screen that you're sharing with me, and then you could talk it through in the live chat. But lots of ways. No pressure, mate. You don't have to do it at all. You know, you're giving up your time, so I appreciate it. Right, we got 10 likes, which means we got the crowd all here. So this morning we had a little bit of a bit of action. Virgin Galactic rose this morning. I didn't catch the peak. The peak was here. We've dropped back a bit now, but I sold around about here. Those 30 shares. Those 30 shares that I bought, just to make $30 profit, but it just basically lowered my average. I was at 31.35. It's now 31.08, and just to get something out of Virgin, because I've had a lot of losses so far. But the good news is I'm now down the lowest I've been for a long time. Down 17%. So we're starting to see that going in the right direction. So that's good. That's what I did this morning. Robinhood, I'm concerned with Robinhood because Robinhood's getting lower and lower and lower as we get close to the pre-IPO restrictions. What that means is a lot of people bought, a lot of Robinhood investors got in on the pre-IPO, which means they're restricted from selling for 30 days. And if they do, they can, but if they do, they'll be restricted from future IPOs for something like 60 days, I think it is. It's either 30 or 60 days. That's not a big deal if you're not looking to invest in anything new, but rather keep your slate clean, right? So a lot of people are holding back, but we're dropping down and down and down, and now we're down just 7%. I was at like 40% at one point, but no one wanted to sell at that point because of the pre-IPO. So this is my feeling on it. My feeling is people, it's dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping, and now people are thinking this is going to go down and down and down, and when we hit the 30 days when everyone can sell, it's going to really drop. So that's what I think is actually happening. We're just going down, and more people are selling out. I don't care. I'd love to see the figures at Robinhood to see actually if they actually how many pre-IPOers, if you like, have sold out. I reckon it's a lot. Let's have a look. Kenneth just said, yesterday I was down about 3%, but today I'm actually up almost 30. Now, of course, Kenneth does over-the-counter. So he's got some very, very volatile penny stocks. So he can be up and down, big swings. But I am down. I am up. No, I'm very slightly down now. Look, 0.14. So Kenneth at 30% up will smash the competition today. Of course, Dras, if he was here, is down. He can't win today. I wouldn't have thought. But Martyn was up a little bit, or I think John as well. They were round about that zero today. Now that I'm using my Weeble account for this game. Love it. All right, first of all, let's congratulate ourselves. We're now 1,080 subscribers to the channel. Look at that. Look, absolutely fantastic. Really, really great. Congratulations to all of you. We've had a couple of viral videos on the channel. I don't know if you ever look at our shorts. We had a couple that did a couple of thousand views. That's not technically a viral video, but it was very good for a small channel. So I was quite proud about that. I think it did 1.5 or 2,000, somewhere in that region. So that's pretty good. All right, we got some news to cover this morning. Okay, let's first of all do unusual activity. Here we go.
All right, Dr. J, unusual activity. What do you have for us?
All right, Scott, a uranium play to kick it off. CCJ. In here with the stock trading at about $22, they came in and bought 12,000, which is 1.2 million share equivalent of the December 25 calls. So they're betting on more appreciation between now and December, Scott. Probably be in those calls most of the next 3 months. This has been a hot sector. Second one quickly, Disney. With the stock at 187, they were buying a ton of the 187.50 calls. But here's the caveat, Scott. Deep end of the pool. These calls expire this week. So only 2 more trading days, and then these calls are gone, but they're literally right at the money. And lastly, Joe got rid of his KRE. I think he's smart to have done that. We see a lot of buying of KRE puts. That's that regional banking index that Joe talked about getting out of. They're buying those puts today in big numbers out in October, Scott. I put on a trade. I already had some of these puts. I put on more because of this put activity.
There you go. We're talking about option trading there. Something I don't do, as you all know. I know Kenneth does, but it's still not my bag. Still not comfortable with it. One day I'm sure I will be. We shall see how it goes. GSAT, I'm in 100% on it. Small account really, but it's not over the counter. I wonder if GSAT's on here. Did we establish that GSAT was available? Yeah, Global Star. I like stuff like that. I need to have a look at that. Let's have a look. 30% today? Ah, I missed. Kenneth, wish you'd been here. I would have bought that if you'd have told me that. 30% today? You having a laugh? Oh, what an increase. Am I too late, Kenneth, to get in on that? GSAT today up 30%. Yeah, he's not telling you some stuff about trading those options. Yeah, I know. Wow. I've been telling you for over a week. Ah, damn it, I missed that one. You did mention it. Is it too late now? I think no. I think no. Is that no? Don't buy it now? I mean, 30%. I never buy when something's pumped 30%. That would be crazy to do that, right? Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at this. Flat, up. I look at the charts like this because it just gets me a feel of where it's going, where it's been. They're most likely to be going to a contractor for Apple's cellular service. Really? Oh, blimey. Wow. I don't either. But what's my buying power looking like? I mean, I like to take it. I like taking tips from you. What's my buying power at the minute? I don't like to buy it like that. That generally doesn't pay off. Yeah, I've got $400. Wow. We've got 10 minutes before the day's over. What a day. Up 30%. Are you having a laugh? Right. So you think they're going to do Apple's cellular service, do you? I can't say that this isn't a risk at that price. It is, if it is verified, its price will skyrocket. Wish I'd caught that this morning. I'm thinking about it. What do we think? What does everybody else think? The room is quite reliable. Let's have a little think. Oh dear, oh dear. I have these days, right? Yeah. Did you see what I just did? Did you all just see what I just did there? I just bought 100 shares. They've already had 2 down payments from their customer. One serious analyst says it is, and there is a formal form filed stating that Apple is the customer. That's the last info I knew about it and would explain the 30% jump. Yes, it certainly would. Well, I've just bought that. I wasn't watching. I was typing. There we go. I bought 100 shares of it just for... everything about what I've done up to this point says you don't do that. It's had a pump, but then, you know, it could be the beginning of a very long way to go. So I've just done something I never would tell anyone to do. So I'm down straight away, and you'd expect that. You'd expect that. You'd be expecting that until the next little bit of action. Yeah, I mean, seriously. I mean, in 5 years, I have bought the highest it's been in 5 years. Basically, if you look at that, I don't either. Yeah, but both feel the same. You know, if a trend starts to happen, you get on it. You don't do it right at the top because you got nowhere to go other than down until we break new territory. You know, things change. I can't believe I did that. I'm okay with it though. It's only $200, but we'll see what happens. That all happened today. Did it? What's the date today? It's the September the 8th. No, it's been actually going for a while, hasn't it? It's been going August 27th. It started. Then dropped back a bit. Yeah. So actually, that is a bit of steady growth, really. If you look at it, even though it's up 30% today, it's been over the last few days. It's not just been in one day. 92% in a month. Oh my God! Imagine if you bought that a month ago. All right. Well, I've been in on this one in one way or another, or for well over a year. I've watched it. Okay. So what's your feeling on it? Well, I've done it now anyway. And what's happening right now is exactly what I'd expect to happen. I did not buy that thinking I would continue to go up. Absolutely not. If anything, I knew that would go down. Even though I know it goes down, you might go, well, why didn't you wait then? Well, it might have gone up. You know, it's normal when you buy something like that you go down for a bit. You've got to sit on that now for a few days. Give that a few days. Give that 2 or 3 days at least to see where it goes. And we'll see what happens. There we go. All right. I'm not out of it, and I still have my call option on it. All right, well, I'm in it now, and we shall see how that plays out. I'm okay with that. I like the idea. Anything to do with mobile satellite services is something I'm into anyway. I'd be all over Starlink if I could. I'd be all over SpaceX if I could. So I'm okay with that. Frank Saver, how are you, Frank? Good to have you here. My option value is up 70% today. Wow. Nice one, Kenneth. Very, very good. Right. Let's have a look at some more of this news that I wanted to share with you all. Not this one. I found some news I want to share. Oh, yeah, final trades. Here we go. Sterling should IPO soon enough. Oh, Starlink, you mean? Starlink, yes. There's no information on it yet. I've been looking at it. Starlink, I've not... that's definitely something I want to be in. God. You know, for the people that said, I wish I got in at Tesla from the beginning, Starlink. Starlink is Tesla, right? So absolutely, get in with Starlink. That'll be great. When that IPOs, any information when that's going to IPO? I've not seen anything on it yet. But yeah, that'll be like everybody will buy that. Fear of missing out. It's one of them classics. That'll be the pump of the year.
All right, welcome back. Let's do final trades. Dr. J, you go first because I understand that you just bought some calls a few moments ago, literally. You guys are as right on the money and actionable and as real time as it gets. What do you got?
Well, Scott, Pete bought them for me. Bristol Myers, as Jim Cramer might say. Bristol Myers, the 65s and the 70s, extremely active. That's why we bought them. These are out in October. I'll probably hold them at least a month, Scott.
That's a Jimmy stock, too, right there. Jim Lebenthal, right? BMY,
Yes,
didn't you add that recently?
It is. I did a few months ago.
Nice one, Jim.
Perfect pharma stock. Yep.
What's your final trade, Jimmy?
Marathon Petroleum. These guys are buying back their shares hands over fists. Fuel demand should be going up over the coming months. 4% dividend yield, Marathon Petroleum.
All right, Jenny.
Balking the negativity on the regional banks, New York Community Bank, 5.5% yield, 11 times earnings, double-digit earnings growth coming up.
All right, Joey, what do you got?
Zoetis, Animal Health, Kristen Peck might be the best CEO in the healthcare industry.
All right.
There you go. What do you think of those? I think the final trades is good. You take notes of those and have a little look. Right, I'm down 1% right now. It's so obvious that was going to happen. Absolutely obvious. But anyway, NRXP, I'm down 3% right now. In fact, what I need to do, I need to take some money out and step back a while, take take my foot off the gas a while, and reconsolidate and re-level my playing field a little bit. I've got lots of stocks up in the air, lots of lucky punts I've taken. And I need to reorganize myself because that's when my formula will start getting a little bit confused. Got to go down before you can go up, I guess. Well, yeah, Joshua, if you're buying on a 30% pump in a day, you know, of course, great news comes out. They get a contract from Apple. They're going to do great. Of course, it will keep on going, but if you buy on a 30% pump, the chances are you're going to catch a dip before it goes up again. That's just the way it's going to go. I mean, that's just the way it is. It has to oscillate, otherwise there is no liquidity, and then it just goes down. Absolutely, it has to. So the moment I pulled the trigger on that and bought $200, I didn't think, oh, I'm going to keep going and going and going. No, I mean that'd be great, but life doesn't never work like that. The fact it's not dropping a lot, because that can happen. If there's some great news, everybody buys in, then everyone sells, then you can immediately drop. It's not. I'm in now, and I'm down 1.5%, just about, and that's okay. Let's see where we go. Right, we've got the bell coming up. This will be interesting when the bell goes. I've seen things pump for days on end, and though the first time it would end, but it didn't. Yeah, there you go. All right, okay, here we go. We're coming up to the bell. Now, we can watch it now because there could be some after-hours trading. There we go. It's just picked up a little bit. I'm down just 0.8% now. Unlike Kenneth, who's up 30%. Next time, Kenneth, can you give me a phone call and say, Martin, buy this. It's about to go up 30%. Right. I'm only kidding, you know I am. Exchange bell, here we go. Just 8 seconds to go. Let's watch what happens on the bell. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. There we go. And we're now into after hours. And let's see what happens now. It's up 0.33 in the after hours. It's always good. Low volatility, not a lot going on. There we go. Let's see how we end up. Right, let's go down the list. Trading sideways on Amazon. There we go. 29.81 for the day. Congratulations. That means Kenneth wins today. Congratulations. Absolutely brilliant. Kenneth Brunk today is absolutely smashing it. Not even my record. All right, show off. I've now got $135 in my... I really played that badly. I sold some Virgin, made some profit, and put myself $700 in the bank, ready to go, and just ended up buying on a pump. That was emotional. Shouldn't have done that. But there you go. 71% in Robinhood. 71%. Well, check you out. Is all of the stocks just an educated risk? Is all of the stocks just an educated risk? No, it's more than that. It's more than that. That was just a little bit of that. When I invest a couple $100 like that, that's just a bit of fun. All right, that's just a bit of fun, knowing that it's a great idea. It's good. It's got a good concept. What it's doing is good. But it's like that to me is a lottery ticket. All right, you just buy a little bit, you might win. You might win the lottery. I have the largest of my portfolios. The ones that are most reliable have the most money in. The ones that are like just a bit of fun, just to keep it interesting. That's what that was. That's what that was. But I wouldn't just call it an educated risk. Educated from the point of view that you study and you learn and you listen and you do research. Yes, educated, and a risk. Yes, but it's also an emotion as well. It's also a feeling of where you see the world going. 10 years ago, you would not have seen me buy that. Because 10 years ago, we didn't have SpaceX. We didn't have people thinking about global internet. We didn't have all this stuff, flying to Mars and God knows what else. Look, I'm actually up now, folks. Look, I'm actually up. So you got to think, where is the world going? 10 years ago, I would not have invested in an electric car, even though it was always a good idea. The world hadn't realised it. Whereas we now think differently and we're looking at things differently. So look, there you go. Martyn's got the same idea. Martyn's a very successful trader. Yep, like my AMC, fun. Made a quick $50, but still in the stock just in case. There you go. Risk is, in stock trading, the capital you use to purchase a stock, and you aren't going to randomly allocate risk. So, is there a second line coming? Oh, the anticipation. I'm falling off my seat with anticipation. Risk is in stock trading the capital you use to purchase a stock, and you aren't going to randomly allocate risk. No, that's right. You wouldn't just buy anything for the hell of it, unless you just fancied having a bit of a pop, a bit of a laugh. But we've got one of our traders, Drass, here with all his shares, all his money in one stock. Now, I'd never do that. Absolutely never, ever do that. Absolutely never, ever would I do that. 20% is my top for a percentage of my portfolio for any stock. I don't care what it is. It may be poor education, but education nonetheless. That's right. So there you go. As it happens, I was up for a moment there, but these first few hours, you're bound to be up and down, until we can get away from this position, one way or another. But it's also as well, remember, the most important thing about investing in the stock market is you're investing in things that you can see a potential, a future for, but also you don't invest what you. I never use the phrase invest what you can't afford to lose. I can't afford to lose. Who can afford to lose anything? I mean, seriously, who can afford to lose? I can't afford to lose anything. I don't want to lose anything. Not a dollar. I mean, not seriously, not a dollar. When I do my shows in the evening and someone tips me $1 in my music show, I really appreciate it. $1 means a lot to me. But you don't lose unless you sell when you're down. And you've seen me on here. I've only ever sold when I'm down if I see more value in something that money's used for. I call that the cost of business. Otherwise, I've never lost on a trade. Just decide to sell now because I want to use that money for something else. But not like panic and go, oh my God, I'm losing money, sell out. That never happens. Because my mortgage is paid off, my car loan, I don't have a car loan. I don't have a car actually. But like my bills are paid 6 months ahead. I don't need this money right now. This isn't money I'm sitting here sweating, thinking, oh my God, what have I done? I've just gambled the mortgage. No, I'm not doing that. I never would, never will. So there we go. Let's have a look at our NRXP. It's still going down. We're down 3% now. I think, did I buy some more today when it dropped down? I think I may have done. Market buy, limit buy. 20 shares, yes, I did. I thought I did. I bought at 13.45 and then today I bought at 12.67 because it dropped. That was the right thing to do, I think. Lower my average, buy on the way down. More chance of it going up the other way. But yeah, until there's really significant change of direction or anything fundamentally different, I won't invest anymore. 1.26%. That's enough on something like that. Bellwethers versus specs. Absolutely. Speculation, bellwethers. Absolutely right. Martin's spot on there. I am. That's because I feel no, GSAT is going up a lot. There you go. What's your position on GSAT, Kenneth? How much did you buy? What percentage of your portfolio is it, and how much did you invest in it? Remember, it's not how much you put in; it's the percentage of your portfolio you put in. If Kenneth's only got $100 and he puts $50 on it, that means he really, really believes in it. It's 50%. It's not irrelevant how much money you put on. That's relative to everyone's own pocket. But for me, it's 0.5%, and that's around about my speculative stocks I know nothing about right now. I have a total of 150 shares. What did I buy? 100, yeah. 150 shares in 2 accounts, plus an options contract in Robinhood, and that Robinhood account is only that one contract. Okay. Martin says, invest in things you know at first. I'm in the electrical field. That's why I have Honeywell, Johnson, Controls, WW Granger, which pay dividends and have growth. That's it. If you understand it, that's half the battle, because if you understand it, you don't fear it. And when you don't fear it, you don't make bad decisions and jump in and jump out and all the rest of it. Like exactly what happened to those poor people today in El Salvador. Poor people today who do not understand what Bitcoin is, thought it was it was a way for them to get rich and have more money. The market started to drop. The whales, which I believe the whales promoted, it was nothing to do with Coinbase being sued at all. It was all to do with El Salvador, and those people. I bet you there's lots of people today who'd bought some Bitcoin, saw it dropping. Oh, this is a bad idea. Get out. And they sold, lost money. Whales bought it cheaper. A lot of people in El Salvador today, poor people, became a lot poorer. That is my feeling. Do I know that? Have I read that anywhere? No. But that's how Bitcoin works, and that's how humans work. Greed, not understanding in it, fear of missing out. A lot of people in El Salvador lost money today, and that's why the price dropped. I bet you any money you like. 100% in Webull, and Robinhood is GSAT right now. Okay, 170 or so account value in Webull, 110 in Robinhood. There we go. You've got a little bit more than me. My TD Ameritrade account has thousands, but it's a completely different thing I'm doing there right now. There we go. So you got three brokerages you use. I've got my my Webull. Talking of my Webull account, I've got some shares I need to sell. those free shares you get over on Webull when I signed up, I need to sell those because there's a few dollars in there. I might as well just sell them out, bit of cash, move it back in my bank. I'm not using the account. I mean, not doing anything with it, but I will learn the charts because I think it would be very valuable. Anyway, Global Star in the after hours dropping off. No surprise. People have made some money selling off. That could easily happen. So I mean, that's fine. Kenneth's up 30%, which means he bought down here. Kenneth bought for $2 thereabouts. I bought for $2.70. So yeah, you can see I've got a long way to go before I get on the right side of that. Anyway, I can teach you basic chart use, not as difficult as it seems. No, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you very much. We'll have a good conversation. We'll do it over the online. We'll do like a Zoom call and share charts. Would be very, very good to combine the knowledge of charts with general feeling and general research. I'm sure it would. Right. So we can absolutely congratulate Kenneth today, no question about it. Kenneth is our winner. He is up 30%, so there's absolutely no doubt about it that Kenneth is our winner today. Congratulations, Kenneth. Well done indeed. So, what are we going to do? Anything now? Let's have a look. Not a great deal going on for the rest of the day, I think. This is pretty flat right now. Bitcoin is has improved today a little bit, but still down 1.5%. Oh, we've just had a big drop again. We've just had another big swoop. Look at that. There's these whales. This is the whales doing all this. Yep. Off they go again. See, some people are. I'm seeing people are saying that's it. Bitcoin's going to crash down all the way down again. It's not going to happen. That is absolutely not going to happen. We're going to be playing around. We're going to be playing around this. There's the all-time chart. Look for it. There's the all-time chart. These were the highs. We had these big dips, and now we've been growing all this time. We've got a bit of a dip there. That is quite a bit. It's quite big. I'll admit. This last September the 6th to now, I mean, that's what, 57% up. Yeah, that's 20%. That's 20% down. 20% down in 2 days. 20% down in 2 days. That's a huge drop. It's adjusting, absolutely right. Is that how much it costs to buy one share? Right, Joshua, Bitcoin, at least with Robinhood, or in fact any brokerage, you can buy $5 of it. A Bitcoin is currently $45,000, right? That's a whole Bitcoin. But the coin doesn't exist. You don't get sent around in the post a little gold coin, even though everyone shows you a picture of gold coins. You don't. All you're doing is buying a binary code, a number, a piece, a part of it, whatever. As you can see from my portfolio, I have 0.1831914 of a Bitcoin. It's irrelevant. What is relevant is it's 17% of my portfolio is invested in it, and I've got currently invested in it $8,500. I'm up $2,200. I'm up 36%. I was up nearly 56%. I was up. over $3,500, nearly $4,000. Do I regret not selling it at that point? Not really, no. No, I could have done if I'd sold at 52, dropped back down. But then I'd be buying in where we are now at 45. Much prefer to bought to having been bought in at 33. So there you go. So yeah, Joshua, it is a you can fractionally share. I think you're in England, aren't you? You're in England. You can't use Robinhood if I'm right in saying. It isn't nailed to the perch. Joshua, Bitcoin is a currency, so it's not really a share. It's one coin. Yeah, that's right. But you're just buying a piece of binary code. That's what you're buying. You're buying an asset. Yeah, I'm in England. Yes, I would share with you my my Robinhood referral, but you can't use it over there. I tell you what you can do though, if you want to. I'm going to give you the Facebook page and group. Kenneth has been posting some great content on there. So has Martin Redding. So has John. Here's the Facebook page and here's the group. There you go. Go and check it out. And if you want to contribute there, please do. Right, so that's why my portfolio is down. But you see how strong my portfolio is, right? My portfolio, Bitcoin is 18% of my portfolio, and my portfolio is only down 0.3% today. I'm protected from it. Even though I'm down 20% on one of my assets, I am only down 0.33 today. Because other things are taking the cushion. And that enables me to just sit and wait and have patience, be calm, steady growth. And overall, bearing in mind I emptied my account out, started again, so it's a bit different. But let's just go from where we are now. This is currently up nearly $4.5 grand. Nearly 10%. Well, I wouldn't have 10% if I put my money in the bank, would I? I'd have 0.01 if I was lucky. I don't have Bitcoin direct. I play the side stocks like Riot and SQ, which were down 4% today. There we go. That's how Martin does it. There's an ETF coming soon as well. Another way to invest with Bitcoin is through ETFs. That's around the corner. Here, I'll tell you about this Coinbase being sued. Have a listen to this. You can learn something from this.
Back to yesterday and the fact that we saw this flash crash, if you will, in the price of Bitcoin about 24 hours ago. How are you thinking about that and analyzing that move? I mean, I've heard the theories floated about the possibility of a fat finger or forced selling or El Salvador actually becoming the first country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. How do you see a move like that?
It's a great question. Our view was that was a sell the news reaction to the El Salvador announcement. We knew that announcement was coming. It's a big day. It was dubbed Bitcoin Day on Twitter. And I think people built up bullish expectations around that day. It was a classic sell the move. I think it's a pause that refreshes. We're still in a bull trend. We have been for a while. It's been a very strong market. So I think it was a one-off event and just a sell the news event.
Yeah, and given the fact that you do assess and hold so many different types of cryptocurrencies. I mean, Bitcoin versus Ether versus everything else right now.
Well, there is a relentless bid in the market.
So there we go. He's saying exactly what I said, and before he answers it, Bitcoin and Ethereum, the rest, forget it. You don't need thousands of different types of crypto coin, but you do always need an alternative. I like the idea. It's like Tesla and now Lucid Group, an alternate Apple, Android. But you don't need Doge and Binky Bonk and Dinky Donk and Dingly Dong and God knows what else. That's all a joke and nonsense and just people creating FUD to make money out of people who want to get rich. That's all stupid as far as I'm concerned. You can buy it and you can make money and go, well, I made money on it. It ain't stupid. Well, you know, it might work for you, but I'm not going to invest my pension and my future and my security on a dinky donk coin. No, not at all.
Market for Ethereum specifically and Ethereum competitors like Solana. We run an index strategy which holds the full market, so we capture all of those. But I think a lot of investors have been excited about Bitcoin in years past and are realizing with the birth of NFTs, of DeFi, of DAOs, that there is more to crypto than just Bitcoin. And so they're looking to diversify their holdings. That's been a big theme for the past year, with Ethereum strongly outperforming Bitcoin.
Yep, absolutely. What you just said there, Kenneth, sell the news is what they say, but it doesn't make logical sense. What it is an intention drop in price to harvest shares cheaper. I said this. I did a video, a specific video on it. If you go to the Day Trader and you look at this, I did a specific video on it. Where is it? Just uploads. Yeah. See this here? Why is Bitcoin down 10%? I made a video on it, and as far as I'm concerned, it's got nothing to do with Coinbase suing anybody. Absolutely ridiculous. It's got everything to do with the whales starting to sell. Everybody, they knew everybody in. Actually, it's virtually indecent, right? There are poor people around the world who use Bitcoin as a way to protect their inflation, is a way to get away from all the corruption of the regular money. And in third world countries, there's a lot of that. They bought into the idea of Bitcoin. The whales don't care about that. They just want to make more and more money. They sold off. All the people panicked in El Salvador. And I'm telling you, I've been to these places, I've seen it, and they would have sold off, panicked, and I bet you that Bitcoin didn't sit on the table. It didn't sit on the table. Some rich guy like Michael Saylor and all the rest of it, Kathy Wood and all the rest of it, ARK Invest, would have come in and swept up that discounted Bitcoin. I'm telling you that. That's exactly what happened. And that's why I say a lot of people lost out. It's the way the world works. You can't make money if everybody makes money. For you to make money, someone's got to lose money. That's the way the world works. It's all about education. It's about timing. It's about discipline. It's about understanding. But yeah, you could take advantage of it. You could take advantage of that. That's how the world works. If everything went straight line, if everything went up, if everybody was making money, none of this would work. You need people to buy at the top, panic sell so you can buy it. That's how the whole thing works.
And Solana and other Ethereum competitors doing even better.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, whether it's that really dramatic move in the price of Bitcoin yesterday that happened very quickly, or whether it is Senator Elizabeth Warren coming out and saying crypto is the new shadow bank, obviously more regulatory, I guess, potential oversight, if you will. We mentioned the SEC letter to Coinbase, too. I mean, there is more scrutiny. There are risks out there. So how does that speak to where we are, where this asset class is concerned, and how you, as an investor, as somebody who's overseeing investments for Bitwise, is navigating that?
That's a great question. The reality is that better regulation, clearer regulation will set crypto free. This is an industry that has shown it can make the financial system faster, fairer, and more efficient. It can move billions of dollars around the world in seconds for costs that are below $1. It is a...
All this is great, but you have to understand it. I've told you on this show many times before, when I first bought Bitcoin, $100, I lost $10 or whatever it was, $5, $10. I hated it. I felt sick. I felt stressed. I felt horrible. I got out the market. I was out of the money. Hated it because I didn't understand it. Now I've got like $8,000-9,000 in it, and I'm sitting here losing $1,000 in the last 24 hours and not the slightest bit concerned. Maybe I should be, but I'm not, because now I understand what it is.
A better technology for money, and all we need to realize that full potential is clearer regulation. I think what you're seeing in the Coinbase news is some frustration with DC for doing regulation by litigation instead of working cooperatively with an industry with so much potential. But down the road, this is going to be good for crypto. If we can get clear regulations, clear guidance, crypto can fulfill its full potential and really, I think, reinvent core parts of the financial industry. The slower that regulatory clarity comes, the longer it will take. But still, the trend is positive. The trend is moving in the right direction.
There we go.
So do you support...
Absolutely. Everything he said, I agree with 100%. Rebecca Dunn. Is it Rebecca Dunn over there on TikTok? Let me know you're here by tapping the screen. If you tap the screen really, really fast like that. There's some competition I'm in at the moment, apparently, with Bitcoin. Sorry, with TikTok. There's some competition going on at the moment that I'm in, that I've been voted for. There's something on the screen that I could get some points or whatever it is. But if you'd like to be part of the main show, and I'd love you to do that, is if you click the profile just here, then click my icon, and then once you click my icon, you will see the Instagram icon. Click that, and then you'll be directly into my YouTube channel. Just click the YouTube link, and then you'll be part of the main show. It's much, 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 much more entertaining because you can see my trading screens. All right.
Coinbase's CEO's decision to come publicly and sort of excoriate the SEC and call their behavior.
Let me post this. Kenneth says, all good traders have a healthy understanding of what it is to lose money. You don't want that, but it happens. How you manage and mitigate it is much more important. That's the lesson of life. I learn very little from success. I learn a lot more from disappointment and failure. And the disappointment and failure is when I realize I've done something wrong, and how can I fix it to not do it again and improve on my position. When everyone says, "Oh, you're great," you're thinking, well, like if everyone came on here, and if everyone came on this channel and said, "I've got the best channel in the world," and I blew up overnight, it wouldn't have any basis. It wouldn't have any steady growth, and I wouldn't really know what I did right to get it there, and then it could collapse at any minute because suddenly I turn around and say something different and it goes. Whereas now we're small. We have Dr. Nathan Smith just joined in. I completely agree, he says. I love when people agree with me. All right, but the point is, I'm saying what I feel. I look at your responses. I look at how many people are watching, what you're saying, what you're asking for, and you learn and you grow and you know what you're growing from and what you will become because you've started small and you built it up slowly. You didn't have this massive growth and have all the success and think it was because I'm sitting here with a cup of tea, when in fact what it was because I had Kenneth Brunk on the show. I don't know what that value is. I've got no idea. And then when something changes, like Kenneth decides not to turn up, boom, the numbers crash, or I stop drinking tea. I don't know. Whereas when you're small and you build up steady, you learn as you go. And as you learn, you know what you're doing right, you know what you're doing wrong, and you can build your business, whether it's financial portfolio or a YouTube channel or wherever it might be. And there we go. I do enjoy these shows.
You're sketchy, or do you think, in a way that's just bringing more risk to that particular company?
Well, I think it's a brave statement, and I think the community needs to know that Coinbase is trying to do the right thing. They're trying to go to DC. They're trying to speak with regulators. Regulators should be talking with the crypto industry. This is a giant company.
This is one thing everyone has been saying about Bitcoin. Terrible. All this irregulation and da-da-da, we don't want it, we want to be free. No, we don't. We totally want regulation because everybody understands it. The big institutions will jump in on it. This is all part of it. This whole thing with Coinbase getting sued, it's a new world. It has to work itself out. Just like when the internet came out, just like when Mark Zuckerberg fell out with his mate when they invented Facebook. You have this at the beginning, an idea, something takes off, and then it stabilizes. We've got this channel, it's building, and soon it'll start to stabilize and we'll start to get into the flow of what I'm doing and what we're doing together and so on and so forth. So regulation is great. It needs to happen. And when it happens, cryptocurrency will explode. And it's exactly why GameStop stock slips on mixed quarterly results. Just a breaking news there. GameStop stock slips. Wouldn't invest in GameStop either. GameStop was all over the place. Not for me. Yes, this thing with Coinbase, it's not what dropped the price. It just creates FUD and nonsense and all the rest of it. So anyway, just your Bitcoin, hold on to it. All of a sudden, this is going to improve. If it wasn't, you wouldn't keep seeing these little peaks. You just see it go down and down and down. Something that's basically an asset, it doesn't make anything or do anything. If it was suddenly realized it was a bad idea, it would crash like a flipping rock. It would go to zero, and you wouldn't even see it. You wouldn't even see it touch the sides. The fact that it keeps peaking is the investors coming in, buying buying the dips, and they're doing it because they know exactly what they're doing, and that's here endeth the lesson.
It's one of the largest financial institutions in the world, so I'm positive on it. It is very brave. I do think it will bring extra attention, but that's the kind of focus that we need to get the regulatory clarity that would unlock the next wave of crypto. So good for them. It's brave. I think it will be positive in the coming months, but I'm sure it's pretty tense at Coinbase these days, waiting to see how the SEC responds.
Yeah, I totally agree. This is my prediction for that. I still believe that Bitcoin will be $100,000 by the end of the year. It's why I say my portfolio could go to 200,000 by the end of next year. 100,000 by the end of this year. We are now at 49.7, and I'm down about $2,000 at the minute. So I'm actually getting on to 52,000 with Bitcoin recovering to 50. If then Bitcoin goes to 100,000 by the end of the year, that will give me another $4,000. So that'll take me in the region of 56, 57. And then you've got Tesla, you've got Rolls-Royce, you've got all these other things, Virgin Galactic turning around. All these things together could take my portfolio to 100,000. I think Ethereum will be at least 10,000 or 20,000. Dr. Nathan Smith, I'm right with you as well. I think Ethereum is great. I'm not in it just because I'm in Bitcoin, and I just don't want. I don't want to be in anything else because I'm lazy. I'm in enough. I'm doing enough. I don't want to get anything. I don't want anything else. Amazon TV. This is interesting stuff. We're talking about the GSAT. Oh, let's go back to GSAT and see where it's doing. Oh, look at that. That's a very healthy dip there. It dropped back down, and this is after hours when there's very little volatility and not much going on. It dropped back, and then it bored up again. That's good. That gives me encouragement. Seeing a dip like that in the after hours and then going up says there's some faith in GSAT, Global Star, and let's have a look. I bet there was a bit of volume there as well. There we go. Yep, quite a reasonable bit of volume there if we look at that. Whoops, sorry, I'm in the way. There we go. Quite a reasonable bit of volume. And the after hours like that, 2 in a row, that would tell me that a lot of people believe in this stock. And tomorrow, see, look, I see it from the way I feel it, and then Kenneth sees it from actual lines and charts and numbers, but it basically boils down to the same thing. GSAT bounced off the 200 MA on the minute chart. That's a damn good sign. There you go. You're hearing it's a damn good sign from a technical analysis guy, a guy who looks at charts, and you're hearing I say it was a damn good sign before he put that comment in, because to see a drop like that didn't scare people, and then people bought in at that, tells me there's faith in this stock. That's what that means to me. So here's how I'll play this. In the morning, I'll be watching this first thing, and I will, if I can, as I'm down 1%, if I can catch a dip, I will buy some more. I will probably double my investment. Now I'm down 1% now, so if that sort of sits there in the morning, I might double my investment, take that to $500. that -1 will be wiped out. I'll be like -5 down, and I'll require the smallest bounce to get back up in the money. Yep, and overnight I'll do some research on GSAT. Not too much, because I know Kenneth's already done it, so I can be lazy on that one and go, well, Kenneth's already done it. He knows it's good, and I have faith in Kenneth's commitment to research and study. So if he believes it's good, it doesn't mean he's God. It doesn't mean he knows what's going to happen, but it means the research is good, and then that's all we need. Right, let's have a look. What else have we got? It's time. The show's up. We've got to go. Got to get ready for my after-hours show tonight. I've been asked to do an unplugged. Did you see last night, guys? I had 3,500 people. What is the long-term potential for GSAT? Dr. Nathan Smith, Kenneth said, there's a rumour, a very good rumour, that Apple are doing a deal with GSAT for their new iPhone 13. I already knew that the iPhone 13 was going to be possibly linked to satellites for global connectivity, because they want to get in on ahead of Starlink. They want to get ahead of what's the name? SpaceX, Starlink. They want to get ahead of that. So Apple apparently are doing a deal, and Kenneth said it looks like one of their customers, GSAT's customers, is Apple. So this could be it, and that's why it pumped today 30%. So 30% is a great pump, but if Kenneth's right, and they're about to go into serious business with Apple and provide the satellites for Apple around the world, this is going to be massive. So Global Star could be absolutely flipping huge. You could see 100-200% increase. Could see that. Not entirely sure. You'd have to run numbers for the company value after the contract for Apple, then add your multipliers. There we go. But we know the potential. You could do all the numbers with Kenneth, of course, and study all the numbers, but ultimately, there isn't a regular. There are satellite phones, but there aren't domestic phones that are satellite capable. So if every single person in the world suddenly had a satellite capable phone, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to work out the potential growth. You could get the charts out and do your numbers. I wouldn't even bother. I wouldn't bother, because I would look at that and go, it's going to be a heck of a lot. So I'd be invested in that, and I'd be fine with that. It's just like I'm with Starlink, just like I'm in Tesla. I'm not really interested in how big Tesla's going to be. I know it's going to be really, really big, and everyone's going to be invested in, whether it's solar panels, whether it's solar batteries or cars or whatever. So that's the same thing for this. If Kenneth's right and Apple get the contract, they get the contract with Apple, I can see why this would be so good, and why it's gone up 30% today, and why I missed it. Well, that's not why I missed it. I missed it because I wasn't paying attention. And that would be just one contract. Yeah, right now it's limited scale. Eventually it'll be standard, and normal cell phone service will depreciate. Absolutely, of course. Once you get phones connected to satellites, all cell towers will be done. Why would you bother? Why would you bother when you can do a far better? To me, it's worth a 250 bet. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Martin, that's what I did. I spent $266. I'm down 1.5%. Look at it. It's in the after hours. There's action. Can you see it? I'll zoom in. I've got to get ready for the after show. It's an unplugged Beatles night tonight. I'm doing some very rare Beatles songs, not heard a great deal of. Unplugged on the piano, a little bit of fun. So if you're interested, come and join me. I got my friends over there on TikTok. Someone says to me, "What's your point on the Bitcoin situation?" Absolutely no point whatsoever. Whales have been selling off Bitcoin. People in El Salvador have been freaking out because of it. They don't understand it. They sold shares. The value dropped. Whales are buying it in. And remember, you don't always see the price go up when the whales buy in, because they buy a little bit differently to us, so you don't always see it. That's why you're not seeing this. This drop is the El Salvador folks selling off, not the institutions. When the institutions buy and sell, you don't see it on here. This is regular folks like you or I selling off. All right? So just wait and see. Hold on to your Bitcoin. I've got $8,000 in it, and I'm absolutely fine with that. I'm sticking with it. Not an issue. Going nowhere. Going nowhere. All right, I've got to get ready. For those of you that watch me on TikTok, if you're interested, in 2002 I was voted by Sir Elton John as the world piano man, and I do a live request show. And last night we had 3,600 TikTokers, not all at once. Over the hour I was on, 3,600 TikTokers came in, and we were onto a record on my YouTube channel as well. So I'm hoping they're going to join me tonight. A lot of them have been messaging me. So go on to the Day Trader, scroll down, you see Martyn Lucas, there it is. And then from there, come down to the upcoming live streams. That's where I'll be in just a few minutes' time. All right, I've got to get ready. Today, guys, thanks for being here. Welcome back, Kenneth Brunk. Lovely to have you. Look at that, look, GSAT. I got in at the right time. Never a wrong time if it's an investment for the future. Just investment for now, it's the wrong time. Investment for the future. If this was a bad time to get in, when this happened, it would have continued to go down. It didn't. It recovered. It bounced. Kenneth will say it bounced off a line. I say it shows confidence. Two different ways to explain the same thing. But I'm very excited about tomorrow. I will probably double my investment on this. This Apple thing is huge. It could quadruple the value of this stock. See you in the morning. Don't panic on the drop of your fundamentals. If your fundamentals are good, Martin's right. Fundamentals are always good. All right. Otherwise, you wouldn't invest it in the first place, would you? All right. You shouldn't have done. All right. Okay. See you all later. Take care of yourselves and each. Oh, it founded of a consumer confidence. It founded off our consumer confidence. Yes, it bounced. Yes, it did. I get where you're going from. I've got to run. I'm going to be late. I'll see you all in a few minutes. See you back in the morning. Take care of yourselves and each other.